Yo, yo. I don't hear nothing. Yo, there you go. Yo, let's get some lights on. Oh shit. Excuse me. Beg my pardon. Ooh, it's a little bright, but it looks a lot better, and I don't look so. It's just it gets mad sexy in here. You know what I'm saying? It gets mad sexy, and although being mad sexy is a cool thing, it's definitely not the look that we're going for in the studio. Not at all. So, welcome to the show, everybody. Beg pardon. Oh shit. Ooh, let me turn that off. My bad. That's the only way to check sound. I literally gotta listen to it my damn self. Anyway, what's going on, beautiful people? Let's get this show going. Let's get into these topics. There's a couple of breaking into I didn't put in the description, but I should have. And it's interesting to the folks that are now in crypto. So this is a big deal. There's a lot of things going on, and we should dive in. Excuse me. Oh yeah, we got a song today. So that whole RNDC thing, I don't know. I cut the time, so hopefully we're within the respectable time. And if not, they gotta just make it like a podcast licensing. We can figure it out from there. Because why make it so hard? We don't even want to get paid for the like. I don't get paid to play the fucking intro music. Like this show doesn't do that. Anyway, do I have a joke this week? Went to Walmart. That was interesting. There's a lot of interesting characters there. I mean, like you could write books on that shit. A good song. Oh shit, my bad. I was right the mic. What is wrong with this thing? How's that look? Better? It's not symmetric. It's Kasabian. Kasabian Lavoe. Wow. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. It's episode 200. I know I had a soundboard that I wanted to use, but it was just not. I don't like how it hooks up. So until we figure out how to hook it up, then we'll have it. But I mean, we could do the claps. Hold up. This shit is so ghetto. But shout out to all the podcast listeners. You know, y'all the most amazing. Y'all the most amazing listeners of all time. I swear, all the millions and millions of y'all, thank you for listening. I mean, episode 200 is such a big deal. Like 200? Like, bro, we done came a long way. Not only did we come a long way, but guess what? It's just gotten bigger and better. So, let's cheer. Let's clap it up. I'm going to have it hooked up. I just want to have it a different way. But 200 is a big deal. That's a big deal. Big deal. Ooh, see? That's why I don't like it either. The hard outs. There's no fade out. But thank you to everybody that listens. Thank you to all the viewers. We might stop doing the live videos. I just don't really think that they're really being reciprocated the way that we need them to. Either way, we'll figure it out. I just like, honestly, convenient wise, like, I don't edit this. We just put it out, so it works this way. Anyway, shout out to all the listeners. You guys are dope. Today's show is interesting. There's a lot of breaking news that kind of changed where we were going. I was really excited to talk about crypto because the Fed is talking about getting into crypto, which is very interesting. Warren Buffett stepped down today. That was breaking news. He stepped down from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. John Mcafee was found dead. Drake Bell pled guilty. Clubhouse was found dead as well, but we kind of already knew that. But it sparked off a conversation. So nonetheless, let's get into that. And real fast, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like, share, tell your friends about it. We always appreciate that over here at the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Make sure you head over to klavoe.com. That's KLAVOE.com. Check out the merch. Check out the music. New things on the way. Head over to popl.co, popl.co. Check out, I think they got watches now. Or it's like a wristband where you can hook up your popple so you can put your popple on a wristband, on a lanyard. It's a bunch of dope ass things over there. Popple's cool. It's a digital business card. You know, in a post-corona world, you don't want to hand out business cards. It's the best way to get your information out to your clients. You know, state of the art. You can change your pictures. You can give everybody information immediately. And you know, it's so disheartening when you find a business card of yours on the floor after you handed it out. So head over to popple.co. You know, show off to your clients. Tell them Kasabian Lavoe sent you, save 20%. Also, head over to hemper.co. If you are a cannabis, a recreational or medical cannabis user like myself, head over to hemper.co. Use Kasabian Lavoe checkout and get the Hemper box. We'll do a unboxing for the next box that we get, and we'll show everybody what's in the box. It's pretty dope. So breaking news. Let's get into all the negative stuff and then get all the fun stuff rolling. John Mcafee, that's the guy that did the internet protection thing. Like, everybody has Mcafee. That's like a thing. Like, everybody has Mcafee. Was found dead in a Spanish jail. He was arrested in Spain for evading taxes. They said it looked like suicide. I had to dig through a couple of articles to find that, but they're saying it's suicide. He was under investigation for a lot of things. I think he had a cool documentary not that long ago. But the guy that did the internet protection software is found deceased. Yo, rest in peace. Not sure if he was a bad dude or not, but that was breaking. Drake Bell, the guy from Drake and Josh, pled guilty to child endangerment and a couple other pretty lewd charges. And it's pretty gross to think that somebody that was, so loved by many children did some shit like that. But, you know, it is what it is. I hope he rots. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to skate and just pay a $6,000 fine. Oh, well, fuck that dude, bro. That's gross, yo. That's gross. Either way, do your thing, bro. I hope you fucking rot, but yo, I cannot believe it's only $6,000. Like, are you kidding me? That charge is that's crazy. Whatever, yo. Fuck that guy. I hope he never gets shit. Like, there should be no more work for him. So Clubhouse was found dead too, and it wasn't suicide. It's just hot garbage. Like, I swear to God, they changed their profile pictures according to what month it is, and it's pretty trash, and it's blatant what they do. They pander so fucking hard. I don't even go on. I just kept my account just for shits and gigs. But anyway, Trick Daddy got caught slipping on there, and he was talking about Beyonce, and he said it was an unpopular opinion, but nonetheless, he gave his opinion on Beyonce, and it wasn't too favorable on Beyonce. Now, his arguments, those were his arguments. I'm not going to make those arguments. If you know anything about anything, you don't fuck with the Beehive. You don't fuck with Nicki Minaj's squad, the Barbs. I'm a Barbs. I fuck with the Beehive. Shout out the Beehive. Bzz, bzz. Let me tell you how fucked up this is, right? Beyonce ain't got shit to do with shit, right? This is just Trick Daddy just talking out his ass, and he could really say whatever he wants, so nobody can really get mad at him. But nonetheless, boys talking shit. All the Beehive people go to his restaurant page on Yelp and just leave the worst fucking reviews. One of them was real funny. One of them was like, the food is garbage, but the lemonade is absolutely splendid. I was like, oh, it's a mental game with the Beehive. Either way, it was fucking funny because they left the Beehive little thingies and they dropped the rating to 2%, which is or 2-star, which is ridiculous. Either way, I hope Trick Daddy figures out how to get out of this one. He ain't doing too good. So good luck with all that. But the internet is ran by Beyonce. And if you don't know that, you know that now. Like, the funny thing about the internet is that if you have that hive, like a legitimate hive, like Nicki's got one, Rihanna's got one, you know what I mean? There's hives. You can't fuck with a brand if you don't have a hive to back you. There's no Trick Daddy hive, bro. We're not out here backing up Trick Daddy. Like, no, Trick, you got it. Like, nah, bro. It don't work that way. Shout out to Mario. We see you. Oh, yeah, we was on the right one. I ain't even have the chat box open. That's funny. My bad. So I don't think Trick Daddy did anything wrong, but in the public court, and you know what's really fucked up is that public court runs it. Like, you'll never get away with shit. You can't say nothing. You can't do nothing. Like, you have to keep your opinion to yourself when it comes to some shit like this, especially somebody at such a high stature. Like, let's just be honest. Beyonce's Beyonce. We ain't got shit to say about Beyonce over here. Good luck, Trick. I hope you figure it out, dog. So, Steven Crowder, who is a conservative right-wing guy. I mean, I'm a conservative, but I don't think we're the same type of conservative. But what do I know? I guess we're fighting the same fight. As a conservative, I have a lot of issues with conservatives that do like the shit that I do. One of my biggest issues is that somebody has to be the bigger person and accept when things come from the Democrats that are acceptable, because at the end of the day, the goal is to help all the people. And if we can't help the people, or if, like, I don't care how we get there. Like, it used to be that Republicans had one way of doing things, Democrats had another way, but at the end of the day, it was all for the good of the people. We lost that somewhere. When the Democrats put up something good, I think we should appreciate it. That's going to be the first step. I think there needs to be a rebranding in the Republican Party. It's a trash party. And as far as the Conservative Party goes, you know, them wild right-wing internet dudes, they do run it. Some of them have great points. Some of them don't. I can admit that. There's a lot, or a majority, 90% of the left wing that sounds, they literally all spit the same shit out. So it's like nobody's really doing well. Steven Crowder, though, very well spoken, very well educated, and does give great information. I don't have any gripes with him, but there's just a lot of conservatives that you hear out there, and, you know, they shoot down everything that Democrats bring up. And I'm like, that's the same shit they did with Trump to us. Like, why would you do it to them? That's it, and we don't jive, bro. We don't jive. It don't make no sense. So Steven Crowder, he's the guy that does the Change My Mind, where he sits out of college and has a debate live with people over, you know, serious topics. And he's done a fucking great job doing that. Now he has a podcast / talk show, and it's pretty dope. And Ethan Clines, I don't know what the fuck his name. Ethan from H3H3. I guess this dude is huge in YouTube, so I should watch how I talk about him. But boy runs YouTube. Apparently he has a huge podcast and all types of stuff. I really don't know the dude. I've seen a couple videos. Him and his wife, I believe, do a podcast, and now he does one with some other lady. He is very opinionated and has his own opinions. Again, he's very lefty. I shouldn't say again, but he leans left, and he has his left views, and maybe he shouldn't speak on politics because it's not his lane. Like, I think everybody should stay in their lane. And if you have an opinion, that's fine. Voice your opinion, but maybe know a little bit of something before you jump out the window. You know, he called Steven a bigot, and honestly, he's the bigoted one. Not only is he the bigoted one, but he accepted a debate between him and Steven, which is ridiculous because Steve Crowder he's a hell of a debater. So, like I said, he debated random people on a college. The idea that Ethan wanted to debate him was kind of shocking, but I think Steve would have done him well and he wouldn't have played him, but we'll never know because he was ambushed by this other guy named Sam Ceder, who apparently has been chasing fucking this debate, and he's been dying to get in front of the camera because he's like this all mythical left god that nobody can touch. I know it's kind of corny to talk about, but it's good to know. It's corny because the conversations that should be had, although you might not get the answers that you want to hear, the conversations need to be had because the goods of both sides should be heard. So yes, maybe Ethan didn't have maybe the greatest way of expressing himself, or didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about, and probably just had an asinine fucking idea of what politics really are and what's going on with the whole voter suppression thing and many other topics. I think they were going to talk about the whole vax thing and whatnot. That's a whole nother conversation. But either way, if that's what they were going to talk about, if he was researched or if he wasn't, or if he was studied on it, I don't know. The guy doesn't seem like the type to even do it, but it was some snake ass shit he did with that Sam Ceder guy. Sam Ceder did what he had to do and got exposure. Congratulations to him for getting that exposure. But I would really like to see what dude had to say. Ethan, fuck, dude, he is on YouTube. Like, that boy is stuck to YouTube. So it'll be interesting to see if we ever get some real discourse. I'd love to hear it. And I don't know. It's weird because, like, that guy shouldn't even be jumping out there like that and then doing what he did. Well, Ethan shouldn't be jumping out there trying to combat somebody like Steven Crowder. Like, that dude, he's too vicious. And then to do this bullshit. If anybody thinks that Ethan won this, you're delusional, and that's the problem. Like, I could admit when the right fucks up, but this is just, no, it's a huge L, and it shouldn't even be political, but it is, and it's trash. Speaking of the whole voter suppression thing, we'll talk about that on Friday. it's so disrespectful. The whole idea of it all is so disrespectful. I'm kind of glad it was shut down, because the idea to say that we need voter reform and have a vote or anything, like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, everybody can vote. The only people that can't vote is felons. Like, as long as you have an ID and you're a citizen, you can vote. That's it. That's all it takes. So I don't understand what reform they want to do. Like, we have a time period that you're supposed to go vote. You go and you fucking vote. It gets submitted, and that's that. All of a sudden, they want to add all these extra rules and extra hours. No. Then they want to add the cost of you getting to the voting place. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, man, if you 18 years old and you live somewhere, you need to have an ID to move into a place. So if you live in an apartment, you got an ID, you can go vote. If you don't have an ID, maybe you shouldn't vote if you don't have an ID. I don't think we need a new law for that. I think just saying, hey, have a fucking ID should just be common courtesy. Like, how do we know who you are? It's weird. But anyway, we'll get to that. The Fed was talking about switching over to crypto. Said it's a once in a century. Once in a century? Was it once in a century? Damn it, I was reading the article. It was once in a century change. And they're thinking about going to a cryptocurrency because they're saying that might be the future. They're considering it. This is a big deal. This is what cryptos wanted. I wanted to really go into it. Then I saw that crypto's crashing everywhere and stocks are taking a shit. China made an announcement a couple weeks ago. We talked about it. That's really affected crypto. And they're basically saying that they're not going to acknowledge it and they don't take it serious and they don't want to hold that shit in their bank. Get it the fuck out of there. They're not going to acknowledge it. They can do that. The issue that crypto has now is that China's so fucking big. When they sway, it's a big sway. So if they stop something, it's a huge stop. We'll see where it goes. Right now, we're taking huge losses. I say hold the line, but if you need to sell, get the fuck out. Don't be scared. This shit is crazy. Who knows what's going on? And this is the reason why we can't have this as a central form of funding anything. Because imagine waking up one day and your dollar be worth fucking 8 cents or some shit. Like, hell no. It's way too volatile. And China's right. I mean, China's concerns are that. You know, the volatility, there's nothing really backing it. You know, a lot of the concerns that everybody's spoken about, and they go, oh, but it's not centralized and this and that. Tough noogies. The big old banks that control the fucking world are afraid of it, and that's what they're going to do is just stay away from it. But with America making a move towards it, we'll see what happens. Maybe there's a partnership involved. Maybe they're already taking steps forward into doing something that will look like a Bitcoin or be a Bitcoin subsidiary. Or who knows? Who knows? Could you imagine if Bitcoin ends up flipping and going public, basically just government buying them out and making it a fucking a public utility? That'd be nuts. I wonder how they get. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to talk shit. I don't know. Warren Buffett stepped down from the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation and is starting to give away all his money. He said years ago he wanted to give away all of his money, and he's doing that. He donated $4 billion and stepped down. He said, listen, I've been inactive for a long time. I might as well make room for other people. It's one of the easiest jobs he's ever done. The idea that he could give money to people that were actually doing something, you know, is very commendable. And, you know, Warren Buffett, I'm at Berkshire Hathaway. So, you know, it's cool to see somebody that has amassed such a wealth to just give it away. And, you know, remember, you got employees, dog. And my bankruptcy is almost up, so you can send some of that donation money, you know what I'm saying, down this way. But shout out to Warren Buffett. I'm not really too fond of that Melinda and Bill Gates bullshit. I'm not fond of them at all. That dude's a piece of shit. I don't care. I don't trust him. I'm not cool with Common Core. I'm not cool with him buying all the farmland. I'm not cool. I can keep on going my thumb because I'm not cool with half the shit he did. He fucked Haiti with the Clintons. Like, nah. He's a cheating piece of shit. I'm good. Everybody always likes to drag all the color folks when we get in trouble. Drag that motherfucker for being the piece of shit that he was. Nobody has said shit. Nobody wanted to cancel him. He was fucking girls in his office. Nobody said shit about that dude. That dude had any type of color to him, they would have dragged his ass through the fucking mud, bro. Fuck out of here. Excuse my nose. My nose is whistling. And make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, that's always a good thing. Jay-Z and Dame Dash are fighting over an NFT. That's what the post said. I started reading and getting into it. There's really more going on behind the scenes to this, and I really didn't want to speak on it because I wasn't too sure what was going on. I don't like talking about Jay and Dame Dash business because it's complex, And this is very complex. And what Dame Dash is attempting to do, if it's what I understand, is basically he's turning his shares or his ownership portion of whatever the Rockefeller I guess founding members, ownership pack. I don't know how much he owned. I don't know how much he owns or whatever, but he's basically trying to take his percentage of ownership and turn it into an NFT and bid it off to the highest bidders. And unfortunately, Jay-Z has the more powerful media hand, and Dame Dash feels like Jay is going to spin it to the media into something it isn't. And it gets tricky because if it's Dame's, then he can do what the fuck he wants. And if Jay tried to buy it from him and Dame doesn't feel like it was enough, why can't Dame sell at an auction for the highest bidder? I don't know. You see, it's hard to fight what Dame is doing because he just wants his cut, and making an NFT is genius because NFTs will continue to pay after the sale. So if somebody buys it for, I don't know, 10 million and then they sell it for 20 million, Dame will get a cut of that for the rest of the life. So every time they sell that, Dame will get a cut. Kind of how things should be. That's the only good thing about NFTs. The problem with NFTs is that the bubble's gone. Outside's open. The idea of living in a fucking building where you jump into a pod and put your helmet on is out the window because we're back outside. And, value is only value to the person that finds it valuable. You can go buy a hoopty car that to you looks like, well, to another person looks like a piece of shit. To you, it may look like a chunk of gold. You know what I'm saying? And you may pay top dollar for something like that. And other people don't see none of that value. That's what NFTs really are. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It really is. I hope they figure it out, but I think Dame's on to something because I think this is a good thing for NFTs. I thought NFTs would be a good use for like memberships. I don't think so. This has to be something like this, something contractual, something that's like big value that you can keep on getting paid for as it moves on. I think music would be a great way to be sold like this, especially from us to labels. I think the labels should buy our music off of us as an NFT, and then they do with it what they must, but we own everything forever and ever. No matter how they sell it, we're going to get our cut forever and ever. I think that would be amazing for the music industry. Anyway, I'm going to go play. I got to go back to the old outro. I'm going to go play video games with my friends. My name is Kasabian. Don't live in the past, live in the moment. Be safe, stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. I was going to change it again. I'm